fog drifts across the ruins. A single crow circles the tower. Daniel's calm voice. Every castle in Europe holds history, but a few whisper back. The camera glides over gray stones slick with rain. These are places where time didn't move on. A door creaks open into darkness. Footsteps echo, then stop. Tonight, we step inside one of the oldest private castles in Ireland. Lightning flashes across a vast hall. Broken glass glints in the beam of a flashlight. Leap Castle, built in the 13th century, a fortress and a witness. Old portraits fade in and out of the light. Wind hums through the corridor like a low voice. For centuries, families fought for control here, brothers, rivals, bloodlines. Slow pan across the chapel door, rusted hinges trembling. Locals still call it the Bloody Chapel. Dust swirls in the beam. Faint footsteps, then silence. Records tell of a brutal killing inside this room during Mass. A candle flickers. Shadows stretch across stone. They say the walls absorbed the echoes of that moment. Camera tilts up the stairwell. Darrow. Endless. Visitors describe a heaviness in the air as if the building remembers. Wind blows out the candle. Quick flash to night sky and thunder. Even restoration workers spoke of sudden chills, whispers, shapes that vanished. Slow drones shot over the castle roof. Skeptics call it imagination. Locals call it history refusing to sleep. Lantern light returns, trembling on Daniel's breath. Whether haunted or haunted by memory, Leap Castle stands as Ireland's most uneasy survivor. A long pause, only rain on stone. Then a faint echo, a door closing by itself. And this is only where the journey begins. Camera fades to black. Low heartbeat sound builds under the last line. Next, we travel across the sea to a place Italy tried to erase from its maps. Sea mist rolls over black water. Daniel's calm voice cuts through the waves. Beyond Venice lies an island so quiet it was erased from most tourist maps. A small boat drifts closer. Gulls cry overhead. Poveglia Island, once a quarantine station. Then a refuge for the sick, the lost, the unwanted. Old brick buildings rise from the fog, their windows hollow. More than a century of silence here, broken only by the wind moving through collapsed corridors. A single bell tower stands crooked against the sky. Locals say the soil is mixed with ashes. Historians say that might be true. The boat touches the pier, wood creaks, ropes snap. Visitors speak of an echo that doesn't belong to them. Camera glides through a corridor filled with sunlight and dust. In 1922, a hospital was built here. Official records end abruptly. Faint music fades in a piano out of tune. Stories began of patients hearing voices, of doctors refusing to stay after dark. A window bangs open, then silence again. Skeptics call it isolation playing tricks, but even researchers who study sound anomalies describe whispers caught on tape. Quick cut, empty hallway, papers fluttering. Today the island remains closed by law. Entry is forbidden without special permission. Camera pans to a rusted gate chained shut. Yet fishermen still steer clear. They say the water around Poveglia feels colder. The sea grows louder. Storm clouds gather. Is it fear or memory repeating itself? Lightning reveals the shoreline once more. Every country hides one place it would rather forget. For Italy, it's this. The music fades into a heartbeat rhythm. And across Europe, there are others. Waiting behind heavy doors, beneath quiet roofs. Fade through rain to a French landscape, green fields, a grand chateau in shadow. Our next stop, France, where elegance and tragedy share the same walls. A candle lights slowly, revealing a portrait of a woman in green. She's been seen walking these halls for centuries. Fade to black. Heartbeat slows. Moonlight spills across a quiet French valley. Daniel's voice returns in a low whisper. They call it the Giant of the Loire. A castle too beautiful to be at peace. The camera moves through iron gates draped in ivy. Château de Brissac, 7 stories tall, built for nobility. And for secrets. The echo of footsteps fades through golden halls. In the late 1400s, its walls witnessed jealousy, betrayal, and a crime that never found rest. A portrait flickers in candlelight, a woman dressed in green. Her name was Charlotte, the daughter of a duke. History says she was found here, her story unfinished. Wind sighs through an open window. Visitors describe a chill, the scent of old perfume, a glimpse of green silk turning the corner. A staircase curves upward into shadow. Caretakers speak softly after sunset. They say laughter echoes from empty rooms, thunder rolls across the valley. Some claim the chateau feels lighter by day and heavier by night. The camera drifts past the grand ballroom mirrors, catching flashes of lightning. Whether the Green Lady is spirit or symbol, no one denies she has kept the chateau alive in memory. Soft music rises, minor chords, distant bells. 3 places, 3 centuries apart, yet bound by one truth: Europe remembers everything. A slow montage begins. Leap Castle's broken tower, Poveglia's silent pier, Brissac's glowing windows. Stone keeps stories the way the sea keeps salt. You can wash the surface, but not the taste. Rain falls harder, images blur together. Every shadow, every whisper, every locked door holds a fragment of what we choose to forget. The music swells, then drops to a single heartbeat. And somewhere tonight, another traveler is walking toward one of these doors, holding a flashlight, thinking it's just history. Long pause, only wind. But history listens. The final chord fades. Black screen. Faint text glows in red and yellow. Real haunted Europe based on documented locations and eyewitness accounts. Soft closing line. Almost a whisper. If you ever hear your footsteps answered, you're not the first. Sound fades out completely, only the echo of rain remains.